Good morning. It is Monday, August 10th, I think. Pretty sure. So I am standing in the last room in our house that we have not touched since we moved in. We've lived here 3 years. I guess I can't say that because I did paint the door and that door. I painted the doors and I did touch that pantry. But the room itself is still the original paneling. Still has these built-ins. It's got a bunch of stuff. Original floor. So this room's getting touched, guys. So we are excited. We have made the decision. Dekon is going to come back in December. We've made a deal with him if he can get schoolwork done and show that he can make better decisions, because in the long run they were supposed to move back here the beginning of next year and decided not to do that. They're actually going to move to California. That's a bit too far for this mama, and plus I want to experience his high school years with him. So made the decision that he's going to come back Christmas. I sent all of his 8th grade stuff. He has to work really hard to get all of that done. He will not be done with 8th grade. We will still continue stuff next semester, but it was just showing, he needs to show that he'll be proactive. So we've been tasked with getting his room done. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so this room we've determined is 20 feet long. I'm looking at my measurements. We use dry erase marker and wrote on the wall. 20 feet long, 120 inches wide, which is just 10 feet, about 10 feet. So what we've decided to do, because this was our two 13-year-olds rooms, boy and a girl. My stepdaughter was only coming like every other weekend, and she would actually stay. When she had her own room, she would sleep in the floor in her brother's room, because she would just hang out with him the whole night and just fall asleep in the floor. So we put the two together because they're best friends. But they're getting a little older. So what we're actually going to do is split this room down the middle. So we're going long ways. So each room will be 5 feet wide and 20 feet long. Which is actually not much different than the square footage of Damien's room. That's smaller. I do believe it's only like 2 or 3 square feet off, but his is a square, and this is just going to be one long rectangle. We've measured, and it's going to be enough room long ways. And it's just a temporary thing as like Damien moves out in a year or two to 3 years after he graduates high school and goes off and does whatever he wants to do. Then we will adjust the rooms again. But building a temporary wall, and all of this is gonna go. So super excited about this. Paneling's going. We're gonna build a wall in the middle. We're also going to build a wall right here and give them each a room, a door, which makes this closet, actually no, that's my pantry, and this closet, so this is all going to be like one big pantry, and it'll walk through to their rooms, and they'll each have their own door. All of the built-ins are coming out. And we did, in my husband's video, take this off to see, and we are excited that there is sheetrock back there. There's some holes we're gonna have to fill, but we were kind of really worried that this room was actually probably an afterthought, because everybody else on the block has a garage. This was probably a carport because of the hill, but we think we were really worried because this wall back here, like that goes into the kitchen, actually has the outside original wood siding on it, like underneath the paneling. So that has to be re-sheetrocked. So we weren't really sure what this room encased. and it's all sheetrock. Pretty sure it's all sheetrock. The only wall we haven't checked is the one with the main window. But we do think that originally this was a carport because of the hill that we are on outside. But we're ready to start. We started looking at things today, cleaning it. I've been cleaning it out for a little while now. I do have some stuff like all the, I don't know what that was. My phone did something weird with Wi-Fi, but gotta finish cleaning out all the blankets and stuff. Like I washed all these blankets and then set them there because no one uses the room right now. So we are going to clean it out and get to work. Super worried. Like this is a really big project and it's gonna be a long project. So I have about 4 months to get it done. Well, we're a little further in the day. It's about 2 o'clock and got pretty much everything cleaned out. The curtains are still up. And we're gonna get started on taking this stuff down. So he did start a few minutes ago. This has a window unit, so you're gonna hear that. And that is a full beam. So we're gonna build the wall around that. And of course, fix those holes that he has. Like, did you have to do it? But it's okay. So we're gonna start taking it down. The 2 closets are not emptied yet because almost all of the pantry stuff's just gonna go in the kitchen until we get that part of the project done. All right, guys, we did not do the electrical in here. We did install that light, but it was already run off the plug. It's okay. We're gonna fix that.
We are?
What? Put the box in the ceiling.
Put 2 boxes, 3 boxes in the ceiling in here.
Yeah. One for each room and one for the pantry. Ew, that was pretty gross. So this cord actually has never really worked, so I'm not sure if that plug even works. But this cord runs to a light inside this pantry on the other side of this wall. And it's never worked. I tried to change the light bulb. Didn't know if that was just their lighting solution, so it runs up to that right there. As far as I know, it's never worked. Or at least it hasn't worked for us. But yeah, it runs through this little wall right here and was plugged in to that outlet. So we had kind of been standing here talking after we removed that piece of paneling and was looking at this. It's still in really good condition. Once we remove the rest of it, if it's still all in good condition, we are actually just going to leave this and just sand it and paint it because I think it looks really neat. But when we got to looking closer, we see these numbers and I was like, what do you think, those are part numbers or something? My husband goes, no, that looks like phone numbers, because back when this house was built or when this room was installed, we did not have to use area codes. And that's been since I've probably been a teenager. Maybe preteen age, because I remember my phone number before it had an area code. So I guess somebody was sitting here talking on the phone, which means there might be a phone jack somewhere.
Well, there's one in that corner over there.
And so they ran over here and wrote with a pencil on the wall the 2 phone numbers that they needed. Or maybe it was for construction guys needing the homeowners' phone numbers.
Who knows?
Who knows? But that was just really cool. We're not going to call these numbers. I have no clue what the area code would be. It'd probably be 817. But it's just really cool to see just little tidbits. Well guys, it's the end of the night. It's just after 8:30, standing in what used to be the closet, which is now going to be the one side of the pantry. The like walk-in pantry, cleaning closet, everything. But I think we got a lot done. You can clearly see got a big pile of trash over there that's gonna go to the trailer tomorrow. All of this. We're trying to save as many of these gorgeous studs as possible to reuse to frame this wall that's gonna close off those 2 rooms. 4-month project. I know it's gonna get done. We don't know how to take anything slow, but we have 4 months to do this. 4 months to fund it, 4 months to take it slow. I know my next task in this is to get all of this mess cleaned up. We'd like to remove more of the paneling, but it's kind of one of those things. Our trailer is only so big and only carries so much that we have to do it load it into the trailer the right way so that it's secured and we can drive it to the dump in 2 weeks. When the next Monday my husband's off. So my next task is going to be finding locations for all of the stuff right here while we take this wall out, redo this area, and we're going to be doing these rooms in phases. So cleaning everything out and getting all of the walls taken off and everything is just the beginning. So going to work on this the rest of the week. Tomorrow's my husband's late day at work, so we won't get he won't be getting any work in here done, but we'll do our best to get our part done, me and Damien, of cleaning the mess up and getting this stuff put away, but still keeping it in a place where we can actually use it. We are super excited. I know we had promised each other we wouldn't do another project, but here we are, doing probably the biggest one we could in our house. And of course he was talking about all the millions of things else we needed to do in our house, and you know what, it's a never-ending thing when you're a homeowner, and we enjoy this stuff. We do it together, and it's a lot of fun. But here's to day 1 of this project. Have a good night, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.